everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a summer reads wrap up. If you are new here, stay, don't go. Get a cup of coffee or tea, whatever you like, and let's talk books. For this summer, I read a total of 11 books. I know that's not very much, but given the fact that I had very little time to read, I consider it as a personal accomplishment. Two of the books I read while I was still in the UK, so I do not have the physical copy of them. I read 4 physical copies here and I read 5 ebooks at home as well. So anyways, let's just get started with the books. I will be giving a short summary on each book and some thoughts on the book itself. So first, I'll talk about the books that I do not have physical copies of. The first book I read was 13 Reasons Why. I can't remember who the author is. So 13 Reasons Why is about a boy who was infatuated with a girl, and this girl committed suicide. One day after her death, the boy receives a package from her containing 13 tapes. Each tape is related to a reason why she died. All these reasons are linked to people and what they had done that altered the course of her life. I really like this book because it was a reminder that we have to be sensitive in the way that we treat others, and what may seem minor to us may actually change the course of their life or affect them in a big way. I feel like this book should be read by as many people as possible because it's a really good reminder that we have to treat people with more sensitivity, and I just felt like if people took home this message, the world would be a better place. But that may sound really naive, but that's how I feel about it. The second book that I read this summer was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This book is a dystopian novel set in the future. In this world, they have this really extensive game that is the platform for people to live their lives, and the game designer had hidden and scattered clues within the worlds of the game. These clues are relating to a competition that he launched, and whoever wins that competition will take over his company. So this boy is on a journey to win the competition. This book was really hyped on BookTube, and that's why I got it. However, I felt I could not really relate to the main character and the contents of the book, probably because I never played the games that the book was so focused on. I found it a little bit boring just because I could not relate and it was not nostalgic for me, but I did like the ending and I did feel like the story progression went pretty well. So I'm done with the books I read in the UK. Now I'll be talking about the books that I read at home. And the first book that I read was Night Film by Marissa Purcell. I mentioned this book in my Emoji book tag. If you have not seen it, I'll link it down below. Anyways, this book is about a disgraced journalist who is investigating the death of a famous filmmaker's daughter to regain his credibility in the journalism world. This is a psychological thriller and I thought it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Some parts of it was really creepy. I like the fact that it was kind of different, where in the sense that it did show like what the journalist was researching, and you get to read the web pages that he was looking at. So yeah, I really liked this book. Give it a 2 thumbs up. The second book I read was Schwab by A Darker Shade. Oh my gosh. The second book I read was A Darker Shade of Magic by Schwab. It centers around Cal, who is a blood magician, and he and another guy are the only people in the whole entire universe. Well, kind of. Maybe not really in the whole entire universe. I'm not sure. Anyways, both of them are the only people that can travel across the 3 Londons, the Grey London, Black London and Red London. Grey London does not have magic, Red London has magic and is thriving, and Black London has been destroyed by magic. It might be 4 Londons. I might be mixing it up. This book was also really hyped in BookTube. I don't know, I was kind of like, this book was okay for me. I mean, I didn't think it was that exciting. I will be reading any sequels to this book because I feel like this was a lot about world building. Next book that I read was Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and I also mentioned this in my Emoji book tag, and if you've watched that, you know that I do not like this book. Basically, it's about Nick and Amy, and on their 5th year anniversary, Amy goes missing. I'm not gonna tell you more than that because there are plot twists and turns that you wouldn't want me to spoil you. However, I would say that I did not like the main characters, and because I did not like them so much, I felt like this book was a pain to read, but I persevered anyways because I really wanted to watch the movie. So yeah, I think I rated this 2 out of 5 stars in my Goodreads. I'm really sorry if you like it, I hated it. I read Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filler. I think this book has such a pretty book cover. Anyways, I'll read the blurb, and I'm not gonna tell you what the book is about, but the blurb is really good. The blurb is, I'll tell you what happened because it will be a good way to introduce my brother. His name's Simon. I think you're gonna like him, I really do. But in a couple of pages, he'll be dead, and he was never the same after that. There are some lines in this book that I really love, and the writing style is unique. I like the layout of this book. I think it's really beautiful. The cover is amazing. However, I felt like the narrator sounded a bit too similar to Holden Caulfield in Catcher in the Rye, and I did not really enjoy that book. So this book tackles mental disease. However, I felt like it did not really show me much of the mental disease itself. I just did not feel like I could access the narrator as much as I hope. I realized my whole summer has been composed of books that I just found iffy. 3 books that I read on my iPad was a part of the Throne of Glass series. The new book has finally come out. I'm really excited to read it. I just haven't found the time just yet. Anyways, I really love this series. This series centers around Selena Saradossian, who is the world's greatest assassin. She is completely badass. In the first book, Selena has been captured by an evil king. After about a year, the king's son comes and gets her to compete in a competition by the king to be the king's champion, and that is his personal assassin, and she agrees to do this for freedom. I would highly recommend this series. Best books that I've read this entire summer, and each book just gets better. Definitely check this out if you haven't read it. I love this book so much that finally compelled me to just start my booktube channel. So if you haven't seen my book discussion, I'll link it down below as well, and comment on it. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what team you are on. It's fantastic! Love it! The next 2 books that I read on my iPad was a part of the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, and I'm only halfway through the 2nd book. I don't know why it's taking forever for me to finish the 2nd book. I don't know how to really explain the plot summary of this trilogy. Basically, it's about Karu, a girl who is raised by monsters, kind of. They are chimera. Chimera is like a mix of different species in one body. I really don't know how to explain this book summary. Anyways, I haven't finished reading the whole trilogy yet, so I'll give you my thoughts on it later on when I have finished this trilogy. Yeah, I'm just gonna escape my responsibilities like this. I'm sorry. That's it for my summary. To wrap up, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really sorry if it ends up too long. If you stuck throughout the video, I really applaud you. You are amazing. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!